everyone. Today we have a Suzuki QuadRacer. I believe it's a 450. It's been modded pretty heavily. Nothing too performance-wise, I want to say, but just like these weird little custom grips and just those aluminum milled pieces that you kind of see everywhere. The exhaust most definitely is not factory. I see a couple of light strips, stuff like that. Even that suspension's looking pretty suspect that it's factory. I'm pretty sure it's not. So anyway, that's not the point. The point is, it is in desperate need of a clutch. So, when you buy a clutch, you're going to want to take off, obviously, the cover, which I've already done. Well, I didn't do it, the person that owns it did. And, well, let me backstory. The person that owns this, I also got a gasket for it, bought it. All these additions. This is the stock springs. I might go with those. And they said the clutch is bad. I don't really see too much wear on it, to be honest. That's just a metal. Oh no, actually, these clutch plates are pretty bad. So I might just even not go with the same springs then. Maybe I'll go with the springs because the ones I got came with springs. The bolts, however, you do want to go with. Let's see here, there's also the bearing. That goes in here. Yeah, seems like it's pretty decent. So you're gonna want a little bit of play. What that is, that connects to the clutch lever, and it kind of separates them. Let me explain. So when you buy a clutch, you're gonna come up with a whole bunch of these. Now, there's going to be two theories on this. One is you need to soak these overnight, or at least for 24 hours in oil. Another one is you're going to want to install it and now run it without putting oil in it for at least 24 hours. I'm going to do that one. So when you buy a clutch, if you can find an actual knife, that would be great. It's amazing. You do a little home project and all your tools disappear because, oh, I need a knife, I need this, I need that, and then magically they're in the backyard and you forgot all about them. Okay, point being, put these in there. So these are the little metal pieces. Basically, this is the part that connects to the actual drivetrain. It spins this section. When the clutch is engaged, the clutch pads press up against it and becomes very stiff, very rigid. And the power motor then gets transferred over. So it's pretty simple. What we're going to do is we're going to install them. And you have to have them in the right order. The right order is just the first one. The first one on this is are these pieces. And it's pretty simple. But let me do a little cleanup because I want to make sure there's no gunk in there. I'll be right back after, so we can get those installed. Kind of want to crap out there. But first, let's go ahead and do this. Now, if there's any wear in any of these, the actual housing, you're going to want to either replace it or at the very least clean it as much as you can. This is not the easiest of processes. Come on. There we are. Once you get one, now this is the important one. They go in order. That order simply opposite of each other. And these are the teeth that go on the inside. Those are a little bit easier to put on. In my opinion, at least. So this one after another. I've seen facilities charge upwards of like $400 to $500 just for this. Which, in my opinion, is basically robbery. As long as you know how to not get the wrong pieces in, and that's it. I guess you do have to kind of make sure you're getting the right ones, but it's not that hard to go to a manual or just the internet and find one. And you can get race clutches too. You know, your application's your application. You can get stiffer springs. You can get all kinds of stuff. But if you're just a day rider, every now and then you go to the beach, sand dunes, whatever, you really don't need that stuff, in my opinion. Especially if this is for like a work utility, you really don't need it. Like if this is a one that used for like a farm, don't bother. Now, this is when the clutch would be out. It spins freely. Once you press it in, which is what this rod will do, it changes it quite substantially. So all that's done. I had to, whenever you install a new clutch over time, because they wear, if your cable's adjustable, which almost all of them are, you might need to adjust it because you're probably going to be too loose and you won't ever properly engage the clutch. So make sure you do that. You want to have some resistance on your cable. So I did that. Your adjustment is going to be different, but basically how you want to have it set up is so as soon as you press on the as soon as you press down on it, there's a little, just the smallest amount of like play in there, and then after that small amount of play, you're going to want to have it start engaging. You don't want it to be super close, and as soon as you touch it, starts engaging, because that, you just kind of, it's just not a good idea. It just wears it out a lot faster. So, I prefer this. Now, you need to, when you order oil, you need to make sure that you're ordering the right type of oil because of this reason right here. Your clutch, in a normal motor oil, there's going to be anti-wear additives, and in that anti-wear additive, it will cause your clutch to start slipping. So you don't want the normal oil in there. You need to put this special type of oil designed for ATVs, especially ones that have the clutch together. If you don't, your clutch is going to start slipping. I prefer this one. Just ATV, UTV engine oil, 1040, whatever weight you need. On the back, it specifically says, where is it? That it's exceptional wet clutch protection, specially formulated to stand up for high temperatures. Or something else in here that says, maybe it's in the front. Well, either way, this is the right one that you're going to want to have for the integrated clutch. That way you don't wear it out. So now, another thing, when you put your gasket on, I have another one, but don't, if yours is at all worn, don't put RTV. What's going to happen is you'll put too much, it's going to slip inside there, you're going to have chunks of it everywhere. Don't do that. Get a new gasket, go online, get gasket paper, whatever you need to do, and just don't put RTV in there, because that will just, quickest way to just cause problems. Okay, so let me go ahead and get this installed, and we'll put oil in there, give her a test run, see what happens. Oh, and the oil just right here, it's even nice because it even tells you how much it needs, 400 milliliters. So what is this? Obviously it's a quart, but 800 milliliters, 946, so a little over half, a little under half. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that on, put oil in there, be right back. Oh yeah, I don't know if you can see that, but 400, sometimes they don't. On other locations there might be on the actual case, it'll tell you how much oil and what type of oil. At the very least, your engine booklet should tell you how much to put in. If it doesn't, then you're in trouble. Okay, so let's put together every one of these is more or less the same. I had to clean it up a little bit, so let me do a little bit better of a job. Looks like I got a little dirty inside the house, but usually if you turn the key on, and there should be neutral, there we go. This is a non-carbureted engine, so I don't think there should be anything else we have to do besides, I don't even think you have to hold down the clutch on this one, just make sure it's in neutral. Let's see. That literally blew the paper away. Oh. I'm gonna need to do this with goggles on, or earmuffs on, because it's inside the garage. But I think we're set. If I have any problems, any leaking or anything, I'll bring you guys back, but as far as I know, we should be set to go. I don't want to ride this too much because the tires on it are not meant for concrete at all, so it's going to be very limited. So I turned around and you're dead. So I don't know how much you can see, but it's very, very loud. I'm definitely going to have to take this outside and put on some ear protection at the very least. Let me drive it out of here. I'll probably just push it out. But the tires on these, let me show you. The tires are not meant for concrete. That's definitely for sand. So I'm not going to be doing a whole lot of riding. I'm probably just going to ride back to the my other driveway to have the person pick it up. And that should at least give me a chance to test the clutch. I have no issue with the gearbox. At least I have no reason to think anything about the gearbox. The owner didn't tell me to fix it, so I didn't even really check, to be honest. Well, this is how you install a Suzuki QuadRacer 450R clutch. And this is very, very similar to how you install a clutch on a lot of different ATVs. They're all more or less the same. Motorcycles too, all more or less the same. Like I said, I'm gonna wait another day, leave it here, let the oil soak in a little bit. I don't want to burn the clutch up. I might just see if the guy wants to pick it up early, and if he has any problem, he doesn't live that far away, I'll just go over and fix it. But I have no issue with what's going on right now. I think it should be good to go. Okay, well, if you like, definitely subscribe. I will keep on posting. Definitely put a thumbs up. That really helps out. And I will catch everyone later. Have a good rest of your evening.